Oh man, this is gonna be a weird video. This is not a fun video, guys. There is outrage in America right now. A lot of people are very upset with how society is run and how people are treated in society. You guys probably know what happened with George Floyd. Rest in peace, man. I mean, it was a very hard situation to see, man. Like literally, watching the video, I got really like I'm getting kind of teary right now, man. It was really scary to see. Um, it's just scary, man. Like 2020 is ridiculous. The quarantine's going on, and then people are just getting straight up murdered in the streets. And this sad part is that it's going on for a long time. You know, like the media will take what they want and show you guys exactly what they want you to see. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't been going on like a weekly, monthly, even daily basis. You know, so that happened, and then from there. Obviously, a lot of riots and stuff started happening like all over the place. And then somehow it really got into the sneaker area as well. Personally, I was very upset because one of the people that I used to buy mystery boxes from, actually, Ptown Kicks, you guys might have remembered him. He's really fun on Instagram. He's a really like fun-natured guy, you know? He makes really like good-natured videos on Instagram, and he's just a good guy. The boxes that we got from him were good. And it was really sad because I woke up to see his Instagram post talking about how his store was looted. And it was a really graphic thing to see, man. Like, people went in and they stole all of his shoes, then stole everything that was in his store. Everything was destroyed. Front door was broken into, glass everywhere. And it's just, I don't like to see that, you know? Like, this is this guy's livelihood. This is Ben's livelihood, man. He, like, created a store, and this is, like, his dream, you know? He was working at this. He was working, and not only was he hit with the quarantine stuff, you know, like lockdowns and shutdowns and stuff, but now he has to deal with this. Like, his entire inventory is gone. His business is gone. Like, that's tough. Mentally, as a human being, like, how can you process that? Like, if everything is just taken away from you at one time. And I understand, like, that's where people's outrage is coming from, because people like George Floyd, you know, his life was literally taken away from him. It's not just his business, you know, it's not just his work, it was his life, and his family has to deal with that, and people in the black community have to deal with that, and it's very, very difficult. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't know how to conceptualize it, because obviously I am not black. I'm Asian. I have my own racism that I've dealt with in my life before. I've gotta let you guys know I've been bullied in school and stuff, but I don't have that history in America. You know, it's not the exact same history, obviously, with how black America was treated. And I mean, it's just, it's hard to conceptualize that, you know, and I want to take this opportunity to say we can't understand. I can't understand. If I'm not in that culture, I can't understand. We can try to empathize and we can try to sympathize, but unless you're actually in it, unless you actually see it, and unless you actually like can feel it in your family and yourself, it's just very, very hard to like get into that. You know, it's like, I don't even know. I can't fathom like how people feel and stuff. But at the same time, it's very difficult for me to see like people burning down their own cities, you know? Like, that's not the way to like better America. We're just creating a bigger divide, and it's very heartbreaking for me to see. I think Killer Mike from Run the Jewels actually said it best. He was talking on the news, I guess, I think in Atlanta, and he was saying basically like it is our duty as individuals to not burn down our own homes because we're angry at an enemy. And I think he said it right, man. Like, he was in tears. Like, he sympathizes with, you know, people's feelings. Like, people are feeling hurt, people are feeling scared, and they don't know what to do, so they want to protest. But he also is saying that you should not riot. Like, you should not burn down your own home. You shouldn't, like, loot people in your community, you know? Like, there is unrest in certain areas of the government. There's unrest in certain areas of, like, society. But your home is your home, you know? Like, you're going to have to still drive past your same shops that you looted when everything is said and done. And that's going to be something you live with as a person. And the person who was looted or affected, you know, is also going to be having to feel with that like for the rest of their life. And that's what he's trying to say with that, man. So I very much, if you guys haven't seen it, I will link it actually in the description below, because you guys should watch it. It's about 8 minutes, and you really feel his passion. The guy is a great orator. Like, he can speak very good, and it was a really profound thing. So I saw a lot from that. Another thing though that I didn't want to see, because it literally happened like right now when I was about to film this video, is in LA as well. Like, Fairfax is actually getting hit very, very hard. The sneaker world on Fairfax, you guys know, like, they have a Supreme over there, they have Flight Club over there, Soul Stage over there. All of them are actually currently, as I am filming this video, they are being looted and robbed right now. I'm not sure if the stores are up in flames, but they broke through the gates and they are stealing shoes, and they are taking people's hard-earned business down, you know? And the thing with Flight Club that gets me like kind of like riled up again too is Flight Club is like a consignment store. So people, that aren't involved in this at all, if they just consign with Flight Club, they left their shoes there, their shoes are gone. And I know most consignment stores, they have you sign something saying that they're not liable for like theft and stuff. So I'm not sure if they're going to get paid out for those shoes. So people are literally losing money because they left their shoes with Flight Club thinking it's a safe thing. And now if their shoes are stolen, they're out of that shoe and they're out of that money, and that's an individual that is also hurting now. So it's not just the business that was hurt, it was also the individuals that were consigning with these businesses. So that's where I get really like frustrated. Like, change needs to happen. I'm not doubting that. Change definitely needs to happen, and there's definitely a divide in this country, and there's a divide between people, and there's a divide between society and stuff, and it's just, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't think there is a right answer for it, man. But I know that change needs to happen. But I just feel like it shouldn't be done this way. And that's just my own personal preference. And I know people are saying, I've seen people, commenting and stuff saying like, well, the only way we can get through to the government and stuff now is to do these like violent protests or to like create like situations like this where they are forced to create change. And I don't know. I just don't know if that's the right answer. I just feel like maybe there's other ways, and I feel like by affecting change on a smaller scale within our own homes, within our own families, within our friends, we can slowly create a society that we want to see. A society of equality, where people can not have to live their lives in fear. That the people, the cops that are supposed to be protecting you and stuff are not going to just murder you in daylight. I don't know, man. There is no right answer, like I said. I'm not sure what the way to go about this is. It's just, it very much hurts me seeing, like, my friends' businesses getting broken into and their hard work getting thrown away, and, like, knowing that people that consign shoes at certain places, like, are out of that shoe, and I'm not sure if they're going to get paid out for it. So, at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like we can come together through times like this, like, rather than try to divide. I think that people of sound mind, people that can take a deep breath and take a step back from the situation can see like America needs our help, like the black community needs our help. There needs to be a fix for racism in this country, and there needs to be a fix now. It cannot wait 50 years. It can't wait 100 years. It needs to happen now. And I'm hoping and I pray, honestly, like, prayer is so important, guys. And I really do pray that government officials and that people in power can honestly like look at this situation, and rather than retaliate, rather than like get mad at everybody like doing this stuff, I'd rather them just like say, okay, we understand, we hear you, and they fix what's going on. So that's the biggest thing that I hope comes out from it. And I know, like, I don't know, it's just frustrating, man. Like, I don't understand how you can just rob a person's business that was not directly involved in the incident at all. Like, it's just really mind-boggling to me. I want to end on a good note. I want to end this video on a good note and a positive note, where this Ohana that we built, this untied Ohana that we built, we are a very tight-knit bunch in here. I am very happy every time I read the comments that people are so like accepting of other people's like problems and issues and stuff, and we can talk it out like in a personal way. And if I see any kind of negativity in the comments and stuff, I'm gonna be very upset. It's a very hard topic to talk about, and it's a very hard topic to bring up, but I just hope that everybody like can come to terms with like what's going on in a constructive way, not in a destructive way. And just kind of like see opinions and just like let people be heard and like show support, essentially. You don't need to show support in a way that is gonna be like, I'm gonna break into somebody's business and burn this place to the ground. Like, that's anarchy. That's crazy. That's not a good thing. There's ways that you can just show love, like donating to like the Minnesota Freedom Fund. Like, I've seen a lot of people doing that, and I've actually done it myself. It's an important thing that you guys can do by helping the peaceful protesters get bail from jail. Like, that's an important thing. The people that are peacefully protesting, I am fully in support of those guys, 100%. Because it is a important thing that needs to go on. Like, people are literally like risking their lives with this like quarantine stuff, going outside to protest of change, positive change, and they're doing it in a peaceful way. Some people, a very small group of people, are taking it to the extreme, and they're looting and they're destroying property and people's business and people's livelihoods, and that I cannot really just support. I can't do that. We live in a strange time, guys, but this is why, instead of like continuing to spiral out of control, we got to try to take back control and try to take back like our dignity as people, and just come together as a community and come together as a family. So to end this video, I love all of you guys behind this camera. Whether you guys agree or you guys disagree with what's going on, like, it doesn't matter. I want to let you know I love you, and I want to let you know you are loved. You are a human, you are a person, and I am in support of positive change. You know, it's gonna happen. We just gotta continue to make strides in a positive way. Have faith, everyone. Things will get better. Things will get better as long as we continue to make positive strides and to use our voices to speak up against negativity like this. You know, the last thing that I do want to say is that inaction in itself is an action. If you are just standing idly by and you're not trying to create positive change, that action is creating potentially negative change. You know, I just feel like we should just take a stance, and if this is the time to show support for the family members that we love, for the people that are our friends that are struggling and just helping out our community and stuff. And so I have some links in the description below that you guys can use to either donate to certain funds. It is one way. If you don't want to speak up to one side or the other, you can at least create positive change in a certain way by doing something of an action that will create, you know, a good in the world. So that is over there if you guys do want to go and like donate and stuff. And again, you don't need to, but yeah, that's basically it, man. Like, that's basically it. Like, I just really wanted to talk to you guys and like kind of sort out my own feelings with this, because change needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you guys. Again, like I said, stay strong, stay positive, and come together as a supportive community. Don't be destructive, be constructive. I love you guys, and until next time, stay humble, stay blessed, take care, and I will see you on the next episode. Aloha, shoots.